Poetry Center, bringing poetry to Paterson since 1980 at Passaic County Community College.
I want to thank our readers, our presenters, our listeners. I want to thank Passaic County Community College and Jennifer and Maria Gillen for making this all possible. If you haven't bought a copy of Unsettling America, buy a copy. You'll be sorry if you don't. If you've only bought one copy, buy another and another. The holidays are coming up. Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa. I can't think of another. Ramadan. I can't think of a more fitting gift to Tikkun Olam, to repair the world, to bring, to foster peace and goodwill to all. Thank you.
What is your name?
Cheers if it works.
We just had our 40th anniversary. Thank you. Now it stands like a muscle.
Oh, I know. My grandmother lived across the way. They went to Franklin.
Oh, across the way? Across the way, there were beautiful single-family homes.
The back seats of their family's Packard, parked on the drive, pretending they were going somewhere. And they were. Not knowing years later, they would be headed for just such an exotic place. Somewhere far from Fresno, their white stone house on F Street, the blackboard in the kitchen, where they learn math, long division, remainders. What is left after you divide something? When Executive Order 9066 came telling all Japanese Americans to leave their houses, we cleared out Fresno real fast. They gave us 3 days. I remember carrying a washboard to the camp. I don't know how it got there. Someone must have told me, here, take this. They were given 3 days to move what had taken them years to acquire. Sewing machines, refrigerators, pianos, expensive fishing rods from Italy. A war was on, Japs had bombed Pearl Harbor. Burma-shaped signs littered the highways, slap the Jap. Take only what you can carry. My mother's family left the Packard, and with it, left Sundays in the back seat. Others walked away from acres of land, drugstores, photo albums. I think of turtles, how they carried their whole lives on their backs. My neighbor Jimmy told me one night how they make turtle soup down south. A huge sea turtle. Take a sledgehammer to the massive shell. wedge it open with one simple, solid blow, till the turtle can feel no home above him, till everything is taken away and there is nothing he will carry away in this moment. My parents had 3 days to relocate. Take only what you can carry. One simple, solid blow. They felt no home above them. We were sent to Jerome, Arkansas. Arriving there, I wondered how long we would be fenced in. The nice thing about counting stars is you can do it just about anywhere. Even in a relocation camp miles from home, even in Jerome, Arkansas, where a barbed wire fence crisscrosses itself, making stars of its own, but nothing worth counting, nothing worth singing to. My father remembers only 2 things: washing dishes in the mess hall each morning beside George Kennedy and listening to Bing Crosby sing White Christmas on the radio in the barracks late at night. One morning, George looked up from a greasy skillet at my dad and said, "Yosh, you're a happy-go-lucky guy. What do you want to do with your life?" It was the first time he realized he had a life to do things with. He was 15. He didn't know. It was only later that Dad found out George had colon cancer and had no life to do things with. And when Bing sang White Christmas late at night, Dad could only think, he's not singing to me, he's singing to white people. My mother, meanwhile, was in a different camp and hadn't met my father. At night, she'd lie in bed and think about the old family car back in the driveway. Were the windows smashed and broken into? The thing driven away by thieves? Or was the grass a foot tall now, erasing the Goodyear tires that were so shiny and new? There was a hole in the wheat where Sunday used to be, and she wanted jelly Bismarcks more than ever. Somehow we adjusted. There were weekly dances for the young. Dad sent away for a huge rice paper umbrella of vivid colors. And Peggy and I hugged it during the stormy days. Thank you.
To the first slide, number 39. So the king sold the farm. It says angels and demons at play. Sun up. The ghost. Ghost, watch out for the ghost. Ghost, ghost, watch out for the ghost. In bitter darkness, screams sharpness of smells, and sees black voice, wails in the death-filled darkness. Their bodies diseased beneath intoxicated floors, a sea shudder afraid it's turned to blood. The bodies they will in death's skull to lie on hand. Ghost, look out for the ghost. Ghost is habits, chains is be with, dying is caught, see, mad, maniac, drunken, killing, see, ghost, ghost, the chains, and dark, dark, and dark. If there was light, it meant ghosts, rotting family weak, ghosts 83, a people flattened, chained, bathed and degraded in their own hysterical waste, below, beneath, underneath, deep, down, up, under, grave, cave, pit, lower, and deeper, weeping miles below skyscraper gutters, blue blood hole into which blueness is the terror, massacre, torture, and original Western Holocaust. Slavery. We were slaves. 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 Slaves! Slaves we were. Slaves. We were slaves. They threw our lives away beneath the violent philosophy of primitive cannibals, primitive, violent, steam-driven cannibals. My brother. Number 40. Number 40. Why the link will not always be missing. Think of slavery as education.
Pieces for the Quill Nation. One of the really wonderful things about being an Indian poet is you get to go and stay on other people's reservations, and it's not as expensive as writers' conferences. So this is for the Quill Nation. Oh, by the way, I work as a maid, so I think I'm the only maid performing here today. And I used to be trim. Ears to the heart of the wind, we're going on an Appaloosa feathers for a long ride where fences can't go, to talk with crows, gulls, geese, up in the belly velvet air, listening for the hooves in our hearts. Wind embraces this high lark above feather treetops caressing the sky. This horse has paisley swirls of breath, crystal and fog. This is a black, wet, silk, rainy night horse. This is a dawn satin pony whose rump is dappled with stars. We're prancing, ears crisp in autumn roar on this downy ride, tender face of wings. We're watching for the hooves of the story, high in pearl gray wind. Birds brush our backs. We're going dancing with joy. This is a fabulous new book, Returning the Gift. It comes out of the first ever Native American Writers Conference held in 1992 in Oklahoma. And it was great. We got to read in our own languages. And this is called Zenith Supplies, which is the actual name of the store in question. I'm waiting for them to sue me so I can get famous, eh? That's Indian humor. Smashed into the corner of a blue sawdust bookcase next to the incense, charcoal, or sweetgrass sprays. For $3.50 with a blue label saying native scents and a computer code, I can't catch my breath. All night I'm angry as I dream of selling Eucharist on street corners. This sacred gift is never to be sold. But hippies don't care as they give themselves new names for the same old rip-off of everybody to give them culture, just like their parents. Posters of Chinese workers, clothes from India, and coffee from Brazil don't make you one. Still trying to buy your way to innocence and more. Grow your snarl hair and fake dreads. We don't want you any more than we wanted your grandparents and their mission schools. Leave us alone. Find your culture and spirituality in our mutual history. Stop selling out ours. Cut your naughty hair off. Leave Rasta to Rasta. Leave the drum and sweat lodge and Sundance to those whose heart beats it. This roar of old sorrow whirls hot from my shoulders as I wash the cooking pots of the dead. We aren't here to entertain you, excuse you, explain reality to you, enter your names in our lives, or soothe you. Exploitation has many servants. Pick up your own socks. Live in this world your ancestors made until you feel it, until you change it. Since I'm also the only dyke here, I thought I'd interrupt the complacency with a little bit of sex. And as those of you who are writers know, we all write to get people into bed. This is just a more blatant example. That's Indian humor too. Oh, honeysuckle woman, won't you lay with me, our tongues flowering, open-throated, golden pollen. We could drink one another, sticky, sweet, and deep, our bodies tracing silver snail trails, our white teeth nibbling. We could swallow desire whole, fingers caught in our sweet smell. We transform the air. Oh, honey woman, won't you suckle me? Suckling, won't you let me honey you? I wish.
Here again. I thought I'd take this moment to tell you about all the people who aren't here. You may have been looking in your program and wondering where they are. Cheryl Clark was supposed to interview our next poet, and she was unable to attend, along with many other people who have various illnesses. Ray Gonzalez, David Hernandez, Sophia Henderson-Holmes, Simon Ortiz, Gregory Dujinkian, and I'm sure I'm leaving someone else out. And we're sorry you can't be here with us, but I'm standing in. Sonia Sanchez's poem and anthem, which appears in our anthology, ends with this line, "Give me courage so I can spread it over my face and mouth." And I think her poetry does give us that courage. She is the author of 13 books, including Homecoming, Homegirls, and Hand Grenades, and not most recently, and Under a Soprano Sky. Her latest book, Wounded in This House of a Friend, will be out in March. I believe she's a professor at Temple University, and she's also edited many anthologies, including We Be Word Sorcerers, 25 Stories by Black Americans. Welcome, Sonia.
It's a pleasure being here with all the poets. It's always good to be in a gathering of poets. Can you hear me? Someone said no? You can or can't? Yes. Good. Thank you. I want to thank Maria for having the interest in poets and poetry to do this book, and we thank her for that. I want to read all the poems in the book. A piece called Norma, which is a piece that I did for a young girl in Harlem when I grew up in Harlem, and I met her one year when I was going to a place called NYU. And
hello, I'm here in Paterson, New Jersey, and I want to speak to some of the youth. Please do stay in school. Please go and get an education, and not just because it appears to be something that is unhip, but it's something that's very hip. Learn, get some information, learn and study, read books, learn what it means finally to be black on this earth. If you are black on this earth, if you're a Latino on this earth, if you're Asian on this earth, if you're anything like people of color, it is important that you understand, period, that you must learn, and you must study, and you must be, finally. And the only way you will ever be is to get an education, and learn, and read, and understand, and go out into the world and challenge the people who run the world also. That's important. So please learn and study and be and learn and study and be and study and learn and read and be and study and learn and read and be, because you will be if you learn and study and read. You will be if you learn and study and be. Okay?